I want to focus on two words in this verse, and I think that these two words are incredibly powerful if we get them and we understand them and we start applying them to our everyday life. And here's the two words. Paul uses them right here. He says, therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast. Those are the two words. Hold fast. And I'm not talking about being quick, right? We're not talking about being speedy, because if so, I'm disqualified. I'm never going to be fast, right? Here's what he's talking about. Hold fast. Here's what I want you to think about. Guys, you've all been drugged to the romantic drama movie. Everybody's been there, right? Some of you may enjoy it and you secretly say, I'm hiding my man card, but I love those kind of movies. But you go to the romantic drama and there's, the big action scene. The guy wins somehow. He defeats something that's infinitely bigger than him. And there's the scene where they're at the opposite ends of the screen and they run to each other and they have the embrace, right? Everybody's familiar with this movie concept. I don't think it's anything new. So you have this embrace, right? This time where the day has been won, and now he can find his woman, his love interest, and hold fast, right? They find each other. They've accomplished what they set out to accomplish. And so here's what I want us to think about when we talk about holding fast. It's this idea of holding on tightly. This idea of strength of character applied to your marriage. The idea of all the integrity that you've built up over the course of your life poured into your relationship with your significant other. I'm talking about holding fast to the things that are most important to you. Hold tight. Don't let it go. Guys, when I'm talking about this, I want you to be the hero and not the victim in the relationship. Too many times we get this victim mentality. Everything happens to us. The hero happens to our circumstance. And so when we look at this, I want you to hold fast to your wife. I want you to hold on tight. I want you to be the hero in the situation. Here's what I'm talking about. When you're at work, right? When you work hard and you put your all into that, you're doing that because you know you're holding fast to your wife by providing for your family and doing your best job there because it matters to the people at home. You see what I'm saying? It's a perspective of everything that you do. When things get tough in your marriage relationship, it's super easy to want to disengage. Guys are really good at this. I'm really good at this. I would love to, if things get tough, I just turn on a video game. I can forget about anything at all if there's a screen and a controller, right? It's super easy. There's a desire to want to disengage when things get hard. Here's what I'm saying, is that you need to hold fast to the things that are important to you. Instead of wanting to disengage, you need to push forward and to grip on tight. And I'm not talking about just physically, but sometimes your wife needs a good hug, right? But I'm talking about emotionally, spiritually, you need to hold fast to that relationship and do not let it go. When others are at work and they're talking about their wives and it gets to the conversation and people are telling jokes about their wives and telling all their flaws out so everybody can hear, hold fast to your wife. Don't engage in that kind of conversation. Don't put her flaws out for everybody else to see. That's not for them, right? You talk about the strength of your marriage. You're the hero in the situation, not the victim. You're the one that supports your wife and holds her up. You're the one that protects your family. You're the one that needs to hold fast with everything that you have and provide your strength and your integrity to the relationship. For the ladies, it's a little bit tougher because you need to allow yourself to be held. And that's almost harder, I think, right? That's almost tougher to be the person that allows themselves to be held in the relationship. The guys are told to hold fast. They're supposed to leave their father and mother and hold fast to their wife, grip on with all their might, and be emotionally invested, be spiritually invested, be present in the relationship. But when that happens, ladies, you have to allow that to happen. When your husband wants to lead spiritually in the home, you need to be willing to let him do that, even if he's not good at it. Let's be honest, right? We need some experience in these areas. If they want to pray around dinner time for the first time, there's a tendency to get a little cynical well, we'll see how long this lasts, right? There's a tendency to belittle those things. And here's what I'm saying, is when the man wants to step up and be that spiritual leader, let him take the lead and lead your home and be invested in that. Encourage the time that they spend invested in that relationship. It's easy for ladies to do the same thing, to disengage when things get tough, to run and there's the gossip circle at work, right? Everybody knows who you would want to talk to if you wanted to gossip about somebody else. Now, hopefully you're not in the gossip circle, but we all know where it is, right? It's not a secret. Everybody knows which group of people to hang out with if you want to engage in that. So the key is when things get tough, not to run to those people and start talking about all those things. The same thing is when other ladies are talking about their husbands and they're dragging them through the mud, right? It's like this, on the back of a cart, just driving through the mud pit. To refrain from that, to be held and to think about the strength of your relationship, to think about the good that God has done, to continue to focus on the building blocks that God is putting in your life to build a healthier, stronger relationship. We just have to hold fast to each other. And here's when the rubber meets the road in your current relationship right now. As you think about it, you need to look at each other and take divorce off the table. Say, I'm not going to go there with you. We will work things out. I will hold fast to this relationship. We will invest in each other for a lifetime. As Christ invests in the church and will never, ever leave the church, you have my commitment to you. I will never, ever leave you. There's a security that happens when you take that off the table. There's a security that happens when you know that no matter how bad things get, your relationship will be intact and you will decide to work through it no matter what kind of up and downs you go through. And that security releases so much freedom within your marriage to have the kind of quality relationship that you really want in your life. When you take that off the table and you say, from now on to you right now, I'm committing and there will never ever be anyone else for me but you. You will provide your spouse with the security they need to work through all the difficulties that you're going to work through. Because sometimes that difficulty may be a mountain. And you're going to have to work hard. And you're going to have to climb far to overcome the things that are in your life. And you will work hard together because you know that no matter what happens, they are going to hold fast to you. No matter how far you have to travel, you guys will travel together down that road. It's a huge, huge thing when we understand that we're in this together for a lifetime.